Ready?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2. We back.
Shoot, how do we start this off? Shoot, I guess first off,
New camera angle.
yeah, new camera angle. Second off, we got Diego back for another episode because he's just classical. And hopefully this time, because last time he was on, we like screen recorded him, but I guess it just didn't capture or something. Like something happened, and like we were only able to use just this sexy ass picture. Yeah. But hopefully this time we get his video in.
Yeah.
We were able to get his audio in.
We'll work it out.
How does his audio look on this?
Good?
Well, he hasn't like let him speak.
Testing.
Get him closer.
Yeah.
All right, do testing again.
Testing.
I like that. I could raise it anyway if we need to, but
Either way, we'll be chilling. Staying hydrated. You got practice today?
Nah.
Nice.
Thankfully not, dude. I'm in so much pain.
Dude, what is your schedule like for lacrosse?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday we have practice from 6 to 8, and then we have at least most likely one game a week, maybe more. But like we had like a couple weeks ago we had a doubleheader weekend and then a Thursday game and then another doubleheader weekend right after that. So like everybody's like dead. Like we have like a bunch of guys injured just because like we've been like running so much.
How often do you travel? Like,
we haven't. Most of our games have been home, and then we went to Stanford a couple weeks ago for a game, which isn't far from here. It's like 20 minutes, and then we went to Santa Barbara last weekend. That was like our first like traveling game.
nice.
yeah, man. Matthews had to freaking travel. I think last week when Diego went to Santa Barbara, he had to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what the ride ratio is from Reno to Las Vegas.
Your ambient poop air is coming out of your room. I'm done.
That's because your bathroom is inside your room. Like,
Bro, but I don't blow it up like that and then just
I
leave
didn't
the
blow
door
it
open
up.
and the seat open.
Dude, I literally laid a perfectly healthy 8 to 10 inch log, and it may have breached the water, which causes the smell to erupt. Just like when you like see like a hella hard ass dog poop, and like you just think, oh, let me stab it with the stick, and you stab it, and then like it just releases. One time I did that like at like a. One time I did that like at like I did it at somewhere like at a public gathering, and like I just like poked this like dog shit, and dude, the smell went everywhere. We had
That's crazy. That's like my when we had a PG&E presentation in EMT class, and it was like an officer responding to someone, and it was like an oil tanker like flipped over, and you can't see the ambient, like even in the environment the air was like toxic because there was like spilling gases that you can't see, and he was like the officer had like the dash cam and he walked in front of his car, and within 2 minutes of trying to help this dude that was passed out, he was like dead.
What a loser.
What?
I know that turned crazy, but
Dude, that deserves the glasses off.
you were just talking about before we started recording 3 years ago today how you're like with Gannon and you broke your back tire.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was just thinking, I don't know why this popped up in my memories. When it was in 2021, I think, when we went to the Giants game together.
Yeah, it's July 30th, 2021 against the Astros.
Yeah, that was
That was a good game too. We figured the Giants won. That was a good ass. That was their 107 game season, bro. It's good.
I know, it was a good feeling after we went to Pier 39 and did some fuck shit.
It took us like an hour to get there, and it's like a mile away.
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy. We're all crammed in that car like sardines.
Yeah.
That was such a fun trip.
Speaking of that, though, we got the Giants 15 days until opening day, the 28th. As well, I guess as of when this comes out, it'll be like 12 days away, but March 28th is the opening day against Padres.
Yeah. Wait, that's at AT&T.
No. It's not their home opener, just opening day in general for them.
But they're in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they played the Padres on their home opener also.
No, unfortunately. I don't know if it's part of the series, but
I swear on my mom's life.
And I remember that specifically because it was gonna work out if I were to go to Huntington for like, I don't know, go to the game for my birthday. Because I think they play the Angels the next weekend, like on my birthday, and that's like a half hour from my mom. The Angels Stadium.
Yeah, Anaheim and stuff.
But I'm gonna obviously be in Boise. Today.
Oh, you're going to for your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate it with your twin.
Yep, we haven't spent one birthday apart in our life.
That could change. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, for your birthday, I'm gathering some products so I could combat your awesome Christmas haul for me.
Speaking of my birthday, I wonder if this is best to do on camera. Wait, what are you saying? About
You're
my
21.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, just because we're talking about my birthday, we'll make this a little more interesting.
Let's go.
For reference, that's all water. Let me smell it.
I am 20. Yeah. It's just watermelon water.
Yeah. And some hand sanitizer in there. You must have mixed it up. It smells like watermelons.
I got it from the toy store.
What toy
Where is
store?
it? Where are you saying about my birthday?
Oh, I'm gathering some unique products. And I have some sponsors that are giving me some money so I could get some good products for you.
Dude's getting sponsored for my birthday gift.
I'm sponsored by Walk-In Heating and Air. Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
But yeah, dude, yeah, I started off with the glasses. That's because finally, after freaking 37 months, there's finally a sunny day outside, dude. In Chico.
Go, dude.
Chico is literally always cloudy. Like, I was in Yuba this weekend. I drove up Monday morning. Dude, freaking Yuba City was nice and shiny and bright. I get into Chico and it's just like thunder and like gray. I was like instantly depressed. I was like, dude, this is horrible.
Yeah, it makes it like depressing going to school too, because the drive to Butte, right now, like today, is fucking beautiful. Because like after it rains and stuff, now it's sunny, all that shit out there is all green.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, it's just crazy thinking about the duality of California. I was thinking about that on my drive home from class. Like, as I'm driving in a luscious green valley, I like look in front of me in the distance and there's like snow-capped mountains. And it's in the same state. I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, California is probably one of the most diverse states,
Mm-hmm.
people-wise as well. I feel like there's a lot of
A lot of people hype it up so much. Especially
Yeah.
people that come here from different
For like
places.
beauty, yeah.
Yeah.
But like not talking about like
I mean, how many
inflation.
national parks do we have that are like significant too? Like, we have like Yosemite.
What's your guess?
I'm gonna guess we
I would
have
say like
73.
big national parks. I would say like 5, but like state parks is probably like crazy.
Oh, I thought that. Yeah.
Oh, United States alone. I'm hella retarded. I said 73.
It has 9 parks total in California.
Dang.
8 exclusive, whatever the fuck that means. Look at
That's because they share one with another state.
that. Oh, us in
8 is
Alaska.
exclusively California.
Yeah.
Alaska is actually crazy. There's like a lot of different like what is it called, like terrain there in Alaska than people like expect. Like it's people think it's just hella snow, but like I watched the YouTuber Outdoor Boys and like
Yeah.
it's all around Alaska and like camping and stuff, and like there's all these different like places that he goes to that are just like so different, but they're all in the same state, which is crazy.
I know, bro. It's a huge freaking place too. It's like
Right.
Yeah, it's giant.
Speaking of, is that the country that that company is starting the woolly mammoth resurrection?
Country.
Is it not? Sorry. Is that the place that it's happening? Was that where you're talking about?
In
Is it
Alaska? I don't know, but it's in Alaska.
I have no
The company was based in, or
Oh yeah, the company Colossus or whatever.
yeah,
Colossus or Colossal. I
Colossal.
don't know where it's based out of, but hopefully, I think they said by 2027 or 2028.
yeah, that's crazy.
A little,
I can't say that they can bring back the woolly mammoth.
a little woolly mammoth embryo will be protruding out of an elephant's vagina.
Bro,
I think that's how they do it. The mammoth.
the mammoth.
We're on their website right now, colossal.com.
Colossal Project 1. That means they're gonna have some more shit coming up. New DLCs in the
New
future.
drops, that's
They're just
crazy.
gonna
The
do
Tasmanian
mammoth,
tiger.
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
Velociraptor would be crazy. Jurassic Bark.
Dude, it's actually becoming Jurassic Park.
That'd be hella dope.
I-
That'd be pretty cool.
It's just like hyping it up. Like, look at this, restoring the past for a better future. How are woolly mammoths making it a bit, like, genuinely
They did something with the environment.
something like the opposite of cows? How like they fart methane,
I
right?
think so. Yeah,
Right.
I think that I don't quote me on it, but I think that's something to do with it.
It
I'm watching it right now.
de-accelerates the melting of the Arctic permafrost.
That's what I was thinking of. I think.
Prevents emission of greenhouse gases trapped at them.
Yeah, dude, I'm so smart.
Yeah, you are.
Dude, hell no, I'm not. Wait, what the heck? Like, dude, these college classes are freaking butt cheeks. Like, I'm chilling in math right now, like, cause like my teacher's actually teaching on like last semester.
It's cool as fuck.
Like, I had to learn myself, but dude, I got this midterm where I literally gotta reverse engineer some like product and build it, and I'm choosing a mechanical pencil because like that's where like I feel like that's the easiest thing to do. But like then I have to go.
Oh my
into, like,
god.
all the like tolerances and stuff, like you measure it and then you have to add like a plus or minus amount that it could fit in that make that part pass.
Without like breaking the threshold.
Yeah.
Like,
And then also like I have to like add these things called GD&T, which is like just a bunch of information on like the parts and stuff. But like that's the only part that sucks because it's just like a bunch of stuff. But like building it and everything's gonna be hella easy. But that's due Friday.
So you gotta like basically just milk the information of like what a mechanical pencil is. Like just go into stupid like
Well,
almost
like-
bullshit detail of like really nitty
No, it
gritty.
can't be bullshit detail because like if it's wrong.
Well,
I
you
guess.
know what I mean. Like,
But then,
being
but
like,
at the same time, I'm the one coming up with the measurements. Like it's my own because I'm measuring it myself, and like that's what I have to read about after this podcast. I'm gonna go back to my dorm and freaking like read about how I would choose the tolerances.
mhm.
But besides that, I think I'll be chilling. But yeah, then I got I have spring break next week.
Oh, nice.
I don't know when you guys have it, but yeah,
Mine is the week after next week.
I think that's when you would college is. Is that when you?
Ours are the same.
Oh, you would. Okay, bet. Are you going anywhere?
Like
next week?
this Friday is our last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going anywhere?
No. Surprisingly, I don't really have any plans. Me and Jamie were, I know this is so far fetched. We're gonna try to go to Disneyland, just us two,
That'd be
because
pretty
my
dope.
mom, we wouldn't have to buy a hotel.
Yeah.
Day.
And I don't know. It's just we're just gonna do 1 day park hopper
Yeah.
and just get there like butt crack early and just do everything in both parks in 1 day.
One thing that I think that you won't like though is that the haunted mansion is under construction, so you wouldn't be able to
I
go on the
know.
Haunted Mansion.
It is.
I just burst.
How do you
into
know?
bubble.
What do you like follow on Instagram?
No, I just saw like Diego probably saw the same thing where like they're like adding like a gift shop and like stuff to like the
Yeah.
line. I think.
I feel
Like
you.
expanding the line like crazy, I guess. Like
Okay.
making the whole outdoor area like way bigger.
Yeah.
It's not like a secret thing where they put like Tower of Terror under construction for fucking ever, and then it became like the Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
No,
No,
it's
okay.
not like that.
Yeah, but yeah. Also, because like Ricardo was there at the beginning of February. He was telling me that. I'm like,
It's a good time to go. That's a really good time to go.
I'm pretty sure like Splash Mountain is like also like under construction right
Yeah,
now.
it's becoming,
Switching
like-
that to
Tiana or President
Yeah.
the Frog.
the Frog, that movie.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Disneyland, my freaking grandpa sent me this link where it showed that the Cinderella Castle in Florida burnt down.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I thought that shit was hella real because like I looked at the picture and then like literally the picture literally like it looks like and like the tower's on
I
fire.
think I saw that too.
It looked real as fuck to me.
Yeah, it did.
Because I was telling Gannon, how do they produce black smoke, or was the smoke fake too?
Well, obviously it's fake because what?
But
Like, go look CGI in movies, dude. Anything you see with flames is not real most of the time in movies.
No, but I'm saying like people, like eyewitnesses, or is it just pictures that we saw?
No, it's just pictures, and it was just it's like a troll page.
Okay.
I posted it.
Okay.
But yeah.
See that? Okay, so that's the piece I was missing. That's it
Yeah.
then.
I think like my mom or like someone in my family sent that to me, like thinking that it was real,
Mhm.
and like I was like looking at it, I was like, "There's no way I would be hearing all about this."
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. I'm like, dude, I'd be hearing it on the news and everything because the link was like from 2 days ago. I'm like, no way, like no one's just not talking about it.
The Cinderella's castle burned to shit.
Most definitely.
I feel like tragedies. You guys used to watch those videos, like what Disneyland doesn't want you to know. It is like that, like 10 people have died there, and like because
Or like there's like a basketball hoop on top of like the Matterhorn.
Yeah, like the Easter eggs,
Good stuff.
Yeah.
the light that turns on the sword to pull it and shit, and like
Or like the like when you're on the Thunder Mountain Railroad, like if you look at the goat, you can't turn your neck.
yeah, it feels
And
like you're in a
cheese,
toilet
yeah.
bowl.
Yeah.
You can touch Sasquatch's crotch on Matterhorn.
Can you really?
Yeah, Alex. I remember specifically Alex did it. I don't know if he like got out of his seat or something, but
You wouldn't be able to do it.
you're hella funny. Yeah,
Because you're so
I was
short.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Well, yeah.
That'd be crazy. I feel like we should go to Six Flags. I feel like Disneyland, like obviously it'd be fun, but we would get like it's too family friendly. We would get kicked out. I'm not even.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like-
dude, I think we'd be able to do the perfect amount of like goofadry at Disneyland. But the thing is, like Six Flags, it's just like a bunch of like middle schoolers with like talkie fingers and stuff.
It is.
And
it
also-
is, yeah. Vallejo kids.
Also,
Yeah.
I am afraid of roller coasters. Believe it or not.
No. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's dive into this.
All right.
What is like? Have you like broken any barriers? Like, what is the big? Have you gone on a big one? Have you never gone on a big one? Like,
The biggest roller coaster I've been on is the Incredicoaster at Disneyland and the Joker at Six Flags. The Joker is
That's-
like a perfect. Like I enjoy
Joker
the
is
Joker and
yeah,
stuff. It's, like,
perfect.
Yeah.
it's not like you're just like hanging by like this like metal bar like 300 feet in the air like Medusa. Like you're way up there, and like it just like looks so sus. I don't know.
That's actually the Incredicoaster is. It has like 2 loops
That's
or
a big
something.
one.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
has
like that's
one
like
loop. Joker has like those like turns. Like it has stuff in it.
the Joker has one big drop at the very beginning. Like,
Yeah.
am I thinking right? Yeah.
We should, if we go to Six Flags, we should get Gannon to get on the Superman.
Dude, the Superman.
Did you go on Medusa? Would you go on Medusa? Like the bright green one?
Dude, like I'd have to get like a blowjob before or something. Like, dude, that'd be so
We
scary.
can.
Like,
I mean, we can make that happen. Like, I remember during our 8th grade trip.
oh, you remember? No, wait, continue.
Because Buhz Vista, do you remember?
Yeah, we
Buhz
went.
Vista?
Me and Diego went. We'll tell. Yeah, we'll tell the story after. you tell
Yeah,
the story.
and you guys. I mean, I know you guys are a couple years younger, but like, you probably know people that were in my grade because we were all at Buhz Vista at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was like hella anxious the whole time because I knew that like I was probably the only person that didn't like roller coasters, and I didn't want to seem like a bitch. But I was like thinking the entire time I had like, this is the day I have to like break new
that,
ground,
yeah.
yeah. Because I can't. I just have to act like it's normal.
Mhm.
And we went on Medusa, and I remember it was like Raj Veer. Do you remember Raj Veer?
Raj, yeah.
Shout out Raj Veer, bro.
He was in duties class, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I talked to him. I ran into him at the gym sometimes. Like we talk.
Miss Duty, oh my god.
Dude, Miss Duty. Yeah, Diego had Miss Duty second semester,
Mhm.
and she was a completely different being. We changed her, and then like
We changed her, yeah.
Her class was so chill after you guys, like she literally didn't care.
We almost got her fired, and she almost quit because of us.
Yeah.
2 different things, but similar things in the same semester.
Well, she didn't. She wasn't back the next year. I
Speaking
wonder
of
where she
that-
is now.
Probably back on like Facebook page for some.
Another male stripper.
Yeah.
Dude, she still thinks it's that Caden kid that found those pictures, or she doesn't even think like they're real.
That was the funniest part of the class for me, is that she thought it was Caden when he did nothing wrong and he just looked fucking guilty. Oh my god.
Yeah, this one time, Sergeant Deep wrote a letter to the principal saying that we want Miss Duty fired from the whole class. And then Miss Duty saw this like the day of the test, like she took like our notes away and stuff, so like we couldn't use notes and like we couldn't like retake it afterwards. And then she says, I think I do know who wrote that letter, and that person is not here today. And like the only person not here is Caden.
It was like we were all looking around and we like got it immediately.
Yeah, it's freaking hilarious.
Sergeant was like trembling, like in the corner or whatever, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's
But
crazy.
continue with Medusa, Six Flags.
Oh no, it was just like, it's crazy. Like, you hear about it in people that go skydiving for the first time. It's the scariest thing you're ever gonna do
I'd
until
go
the second you
skydiving.
jump, and that's beautiful.
I'd rather go skydiving than go on Medusa.
Would you really?
See,
Yeah, I think so.
No way.
in
bro.
terms of statistics, I'd rather go on a roller coaster, but skydiving
like-
seems fun.
And like living,
Yeah,
yeah.
like shit that can go wrong.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because like human error versus machine error. like forgetting to put on the pair, like forgetting to check everything.
Shoot, I'll definitely be that guy in the plane. Be like, you make sure I'll bring my own parachute. What the heck?
You like watch like 10 hours of videos on how to pack your own parachute and do it
Yeah.
on your own.
Well, let's think of it. You've seen a guy do jump or skydiving without a parachute and survive, but you haven't seen
Yeah, Luke Aikens.
a person go on a roller coaster without a harness and live.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I don't know if you were.
Survive without a parachute.
He like jumped on some other guy and like just like rode him. No, but then I don't remember how that worked, but I do remember one where this guy literally just went diving straight into like this net that caught him.
That was who I'm talking about, Luke Aikens. That's when David Blaine was preparing for Ascension, where he had the balloons, and he like, actually became best friends with Luke Aikens, who's like this aerodynamic, like crazy person who's done like tens of thousands of jumps and stuff, and he worked with wind specialists and hot air balloon pilots and just anyone you can think of for like to perfect that stunt that he did, and he had to do 500 jumps within like a couple of months. So he did them all with Luke Aikens, and he witnessed Luke Aikens jumped out from like, I think it was 15,000 feet, if not like 10,000 feet, with no parachute and landed in a net, like one of those like firefighter nets, like not even that big. I don't know, crazy.
Not as big.
It was big, but like in the same sense, it was just netting. What?
Like, would you think that would still hurt a little bit when you hit it though?
Oh,
like,
most definitely.
100%, because
some crazy rug burn or something like.
100%. Because in 2003, David Blaine actually did one of his first stunts, Vertigo, where he was standing on a 100-foot pillar in Bryant Park, New York.
It was only 40 days or something when he stands up there? Or how long
it was like 60 hours.
60
but it was only like 20 inches wide. And it was like a pillar, like...
I've seen that, yeah.
And he went at the end of it, like, all in all, he jumped into some cardboard boxes at the end.
He broke some stuff.
Yeah, and he, even that fall, broke his rib, like 2 ribs and stuff, and gave him a severe concussion.
Jeez.
But during that stunt, he said that he was hallucinating so bad at like hour 40 that the skyscrapers around him started to look like big stuffed animal heads.
What?
Like he said, like it's same with Frozen in Time, one of his earliest stunts. That's one of his, he said, most difficult ever, where he encased himself in a block of ice for
I've seen that one.
almost 3 days. He said like those hallucinations you'll never get with any drug on this planet. He said like he was seeing spiders in the ice. He was seeing people talk to him, and he was talking back. When they tried cutting him out with the chainsaw, he tried grabbing it, like shit, like crazy stuff. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is pretty wild.
On that one, he actually almost died after, because he almost got a refeeding syndrome where they gave him too much nutrients in an IV drip too fast after not having anything, and he almost like phosphate levels spiked and almost died from that, from going into shock. But
Dang, that's crazy.
yeah, crazy motherfucker. I shared his TED talk actually with my EMT professor, because his TED talk that he did back in like, it was like 17 years ago. It's how he held his breath underwater for 17 minutes. And it's a really, I recommend it to anyone. A really good TED talk. And it's just crazy to think about like the science behind the body and how there's like this certain mechanism that we can't really tap into that's there. Like he talks about this story about early 2000s, this kid was trapped under a frozen lake for 45 minutes. And for some reason, when he went unconscious, his body stopped breathing completely, so he didn't suck in any water. And when they pulled him out, they didn't even have to get any water on. He was completely fine.
No
For
way.
45 minutes under a frozen lake.
That's
I
gangster.
remember in like biology class, I think it was like freshman year at Yuba College, I had it with Gannett, and the teacher was like we were like learning about like cells and like denaturing and stuff like that. And I remember like one thing that stuck with me is he was saying like when a cell gets too hot, obviously there's no way you turn back, but he's like, if you light your body on fire, you're gonna die. But he's like, sometimes cells, like, it's the opposite, I forgot the name of it, but if the cells get like frozen, they can be brought back to life. And I feel like that's probably like the same like concept as the people getting like the kid that got frozen, like.
Yep, that is 100% 100% correct. My professor literally said exactly what you just said today. We were talking about making cells like literally colder, and that they would have that regenerative ability.
Yeah.
And he brought up that story. He didn't say it was because of the TED Talk, but I knew what he was talking about. He brought up that story about the kid in the lake. So that's exactly correct. Yeah.
It kind of
Yeah,
like
no, I remember that freshman year was like, that was like the hardest college class that I had, like, for like the first 2 years probably.
for me, what was my hardest class at Yuba College? Dude, I hated the freaking, not the English 1A, but the English junior year. Cause like I just like never show
that
up.
was so bad.
Dude, there were like times where like I wouldn't show up and like I'd show up like 45 minutes late and like the teacher would come up to be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, dude, I'm just late. I'm like, this class sucks.
That's nice though.
But she's a nice lady. Yeah, she was nice. But
She was a nice lady, but the class was like just like a BS class. Like
Yeah.
it was just like it was like one of those like, what was it, ethnic studies or something? Like,
yeah, it was like ethnic studies, ethnic voices or something like that.
it was like something ethnic voices, but like it was just writing essays like basically just on like black people and their experiences.
Or like transgenders. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. But like
Alright.
if it's like an ethnic studies class, like, we should study like every ethnicity and like struggles every ethnicity goes through. Like,
Yeah.
and like our essays just felt so repetitive. Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, our final essay was like right about a time we were like, what was it, like discriminated against?
Yeah.
And like it was like one of those essays that I had a BS like because I was like,
Yeah.
I honestly don't feel like I have to like I was discriminated like ever like in my life that like I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
why would I have to write this essay and how is this gonna help me? You know?
Yeah.
I had
exactly.
ethnic studies in sophomore year, and I had the exact same prompt where I had to talk about discrimination with myself, and same thing. I had to. I mean, if we're just keeping it real, like I'm a white man, like I rarely feel discrimination, so I kind of have to bullshit it too.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna argue with my, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's crazy.
I did have one academic comeback though, and that was in statistics. Remember that freaking professor with the hella hard Indian accent? I loved him. He was awesome.
He
But,
was
like,
so chill.
Yeah, but like there was one,
Oh.
like that's when I went to Italy. So I just like left for 2 weeks and like did nothing, and like I didn't do the stats homework. I came back with like a D in the class. I'm like, and then we did like an exam, and I got like a 20% on the exam.
No.
And then like he was like, Gannon, I need to talk to you. And then I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. I already knew this was gonna be bad. It was a one-on-one conversation. Like the only like one-on-one conversation like I feel like I've ever had with like a professor, like not regarding like how to fix this topic or something. But he just told me what was up. I'm like, all right, bro. And like I did finish. I passed that freaking class. I enjoyed that class. It wasn't humbling because like I didn't fail, but at the same time like I'm like, all right, this is what could happen if I just be like slouching around. But yeah,
You know, like
true.
the thing with that class that was nice too is that like most statistic classes they make you like memorize the equations and stuff like that. But like this class, he gave us like a book like that had every single equation and examples and everything.
mm-hmm.
And then he was like, you could use this on the test, and then well, our tests were on Excel, right, or something.
We had an Excel sheet that was already like a stats calculator, and then we had another website where we could use individual
Yeah.
like
Like
formulas.
we literally never had to touch a calculator in that class because he gave us like all the tools to just plug in the numbers and just get the answers.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
it was hella dope.
His tests were like, if you knew what you were doing, like it was the easiest test you would ever take.
Yep.
I feel like in some way that's like a better way to retain that memory. Like using the formulas over and over again with numbers plugged in instead of doing random shit on a calculator where you can't see the rest of the problem.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking like a spreadsheets class right now, and there's no way I would be able to like memorize all of the equations on like Excel and stuff like that on my own. But like my teacher lets us use Google to help us and stuff on tests, and like I actually know these equations because I can just like look it up when I'm stuck versus just being like lost, you know.
Mm-hmm. Dude, one class that I learned absolutely zero from was economics.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, same.
Like I know absolutely nothing about economy or like economics or anything. Like I swear it was just like the same damn graph every single day, and like I ended up with like a 67 in this class, which is actually an A.
No.
Like
Yeah,
what,
he
like
curved the grade insane. Like we we had like homework and stuff, or like we didn't even have like almost any homework,
Yeah.
and like we only had like tests that were like multiple choice and stuff. And he was an old dude, like super old, and he was like, "Oh, with my tests, you guys are gonna be worried about your scores, but you won't get your scores back until the end of the quarter. But I can guarantee you guys that you guys are all passing this class and stuff like that." And then like at the end of the class, like every single person had like a 98 and 99 and stuff, and like nobody, like half the class people wouldn't even show up to class, and I felt bad for the dude, but I mean.
Yeah, I literally only went to class just to see him, like just like
Same.
let him teach.
He would tell like all these fun stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's just one of those teachers.
Yeah.
I say like what you're saying, just like with the fun stories, like that takes me back to freaking health class, like our first like college class with Mr. Miller.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I wonder what he's doing right now, dude. He's such I love. Well, he's also my coach. But.
Like by my sister's marriage, I'm related to him now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Crazy.
How is your sister's husband like how is he tied to the family? Like what is he?
He's Luke Miller's first cousin.
Okay. All right.
So like Luke Miller and like his whole family, they're all like that's Christian's aunt and like uncle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty gangster.
Which is actually pretty crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I would never imagine that, dude. But I mean, it makes sense because like she met, her best friend is Luke Miller's older sister, and then she met Christian at his at that friend's graduation party, and Chris was there. So like, I mean, it like made sense.
That's pretty gangster. Shoot, like we ended here and we're talking about like we're talking about like roller coasters. I guess like me and Diego could tell our story.
Oh yeah.
Cause me and Diego also had a field trip to Six Flags, and dude, literally the only roller coaster I rode that day, we literally got stuck.
No.
Yeah, we got stuck for like what was it, like 45 minutes.
Dude, we were up there for a while, and like
it was a hot day.
it was like a hot freaking late May day, and we're just up there just like being burned alive, dude.
There's like a selfie that we have. Like
I'll freaking put it on the screen. We have a selfie. Diego was up front taking a selfie, and
Are you shitting me? Wait, what ride was it?
the Joker, the only
It
one.
was right
Damn.
before the big drop.
Yeah, like at the beginning when you go up. Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
And
We're
of course,
just facing the sun.
Of course, our boy Alan Joke didn't want to go on it, and he was just like waiting for us, like next to the ride.
He's like, I'll wait for you guys right here until you guys are done. Then he just ended up waiting like.
Dude, everyone was waiting. What am I talking about? Because we were the ones freaking holding them up. But dude, like I was like dying up there, and then we went, and it was pretty fun. But dude, yeah, I don't think I went on another ride, but I did get my face painted. I got gorilla face paint.
Gorilla face paint.
Yeah, and then I got a cape and I got a hat, and I went up to Miss Costello and like she thought I was retarded. Dude, those are the good times, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta freaking go to class and just like look at weird people all day.
Dude, like, there's like some like dudes like at my school that I'm just like, bro, like how like I don't even know like I don't know how to explain it, dude. Like there's just like people you look at them and you're just like what are you doing?
I'll be walking back from my dorm with like a kid like runs to go get lunch, like in his his sweats are up to his belly. He's like doing like the Naruto run, and like his like arms are in the back. I'm like, what are you doing? Like the food's gonna be there when you get there. It's not running away from you. But,
no one's gonna take it, dude.
Dude, I respect them more than the freaking like girls that like walk around like with like no clothes on and then like act discriminated against when it's like some
People
dude like
glaze at
catcalls
them.
Yeah, or like glazes or glares, not glazes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
That's like, I don't know if I should speak lightly about that. That's like some girl in my class, who's 18, but claims she was in the Marines for 3 years?
Dude, that's like that kid Gabe. Diego's like that kid Gabe at freaking PE. Dude, continue your story because we have another.
Oh no,
story
that's
like
really
that.
it. I don't really want to like air it out, but I don't know if it was like she just thinks like ROTCs is the Marines, but she like fully like is 18 and says she's been in the Marines for like 3 years. Or
Blood
something.
enlisted at 13.
Yeah. It's like that story we were talking about last episode with those old dudes.
Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. All right, Diego, you want to freaking give some insight on the mysterious Gabe?
Yeah, dude. I don't even know what happened to that kid, dude. Like, I don't even know where he went. Like, none of us know where he like moved. Like, he went to view this. Was this like 6th or 7th grade?
I think it was like 5th or 6th grade. I think it was 6th.
Yeah, I think it was 6th grade, and it was like we were really short into the year, like maybe a month in, and then this random kid named Gabe just shows up, and he's like, he would wear like army pants and like boots and stuff to school every single day, and instead of using a normal backpack, he would use like a rucking backpack.
Yeah.
And, like, had literally nothing in it. It was just like the metal poles, and they're always sticking up and walking around like. And like he said like, oh yeah, I went to like a boot camp or something for like a year. Like he claimed like something crazy, and he's like, and they would make us run like 10 miles and do like 100 push-ups and stuff. And, like, we would be like, he'd be like, if you could do 100 push-ups, do a push-up right now. And he would get on the ground, and he would just like, and try to do one push-up, he'd just face plant, dude. Like,
Yeah, he was like, I think he was British too. I swear on my life, he had an
What?
accent.
he had like an accent, dude.
Dude, yeah, he
So it's like a very obvious lie.
Yeah, like think of it like a ginger, like they're like a Cheeto. He'd be considered a Cheeto Puff. Like, take that in your own regards. But like, I remember one time, our boy Max, they got into like a little fist fight.
Fist fight.
Gabe's kicks, like he was like trying to, like it was like he was trying to step on a beetle. Like he wasn't even kicking, he was just like pawing at him with his feet. It was crazy. But dude, yeah, that guy. I wonder what that guy is doing right now.
Who knows? Imagine like right now he's like jacked. He's like 6'5", like 280, just like some actual like monster now, dude. Like we changed the course of his life by just bullying every single day.
He has like 40
It was,
confirmed
every single
kills.
day. It was like every single day. He'd be like, shut up, like always like getting mad at people, and we're like, do a push-up.
Yeah, dude.
He'd be like, all right, I will. Or like sometimes he'd be like, I can't, I just worked out, I'm tired right now. And stuff like that.
And like he refused to do like the mile. He's like, oh, it's like not enough for me. I'm like,
No.
just keep running the whole period. Then what the heck? Like you don't have to go play kickball with us afterwards. Like, come on, man. Dude, I do miss middle school PE.
Same.
High school PE was the biggest piece of dog trash I've ever seen in my entire life. Like,
Yeah, high school PE was not as fun. Like not even close.
I got to do like baseball PE, which is like chill. But like,
Biggest piece of dog trash. Yeah.
what do you think would be considered dog trash?
I don't know, but I had a quote of the day.
I have a quote of the day also. You go first.
I don't know why that sounded like a quote what you said, but it doesn't matter what book we're reading, as long as we're on the same page.
Ooh.
In the words of Jinxie, shout out Jinxie.
But it does matter.
Bro, don't be pedantic.
No, like let me put some knowledge in your book for right now, okay? Doesn't matter what book, it only matters we're on the same page. So you're basically saying,
Yeah, okay.
if I have a history book and you have like the rarest
This motherfucker.
like a freaking back to school book or Match Your Treehouse book, and we're on page 59, and I'm reading about the Egyptians and the pharaohs, and you're reading about how these two kids went in a treehouse and now they're stuck with like ninjas in Japan. How are we on the same page?
You know what,
Because it's
motherfucker?
different books.
I hope someone can understand. You know what? I don't need to explain myself.
Alright, here's my quote.
I don't know.
Let me think of it real fast.
Oh my god.
If you do it last minute, it only takes a minute. I'll leave it at that.
Yo, shout out the procrastinators. If you wait last minute, it only takes a minute.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's hella real, though.
Bro, woolly mammoth is 6 tons.
That's almost as much as your mama. I'm sorry, that was out of context. It was set up perfectly. I'm sorry. Dawn Harris is a lovely woman, and she's in fit condition.
Fit condition.
Oh my god.
Shoot,
What?
today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
That means the Oscars were on Sunday. You watched the Oscars?
I did not, bro. You asked me, or I did not.
I did ask you.
In the party last night.
Did you
I
see
didn't even know they were happening.
Did you see the John Cena clip?
No.
He came out naked.
No.
Like,
see,
like he was naked, but like he had like the envelope like covering his Johnson, but he was naked.
You're joking, bro.
And like conspiracy theorists think that it was a freaking humility thing to like get into like the Illuminati or something like that.
Oh, right.
I'm like, dude, these guys are retarded.
Oh, because they have to do something embarrassing.
Yeah.
What?
The fuck, you actually did that?
I'm like, why would that be embarrassing though? Like, he's hella jacked. Like, I'll freaking strut that shit all day, every day.
He's definitely like wearing like at least like a cock sock.
What?
Something.
Yeah, like imagine like the malfunction, his dick's actually out.
Yeah, it's like it's hanging below the envelope.
Jimmy Kimmel's taking a good ass look at it, bro.
He actually is. That's crazy.
I'm done. Yeah, what do you think about that though? Like, because it used to be like MK Ultra and shit, and, like the whole mind control experiment with like celebrities and shit. Like, do you think to some extent that's like a thing at all? Like,
Shoot, I don't
celebrities, like, I mean, because I think we talked about it in one episode. I think it was when you were on here last time, like, about Oculus Antibody and like Bohemian Grove and shit. Like, how those are like, especially with this recent Ryan Garcia shit.
Yeah, I
you saw
saw
that video
that.
of him like talking about it. Like, it's just crazy. Like, why?
And then did you see like his like apology video too? Like, was like it looked so like scripted. Like,
Yeah, it looked like he was reading a teleprompter.
yeah, like he looked like he wanted to kill himself, and he was wearing like the crown of thorns, like a fake crown of thorns, like Jesus had and stuff. And like he's like sitting on the couch, and like there's a camera filming him, and he's like not even looking at the screen. Like, he's looking like over here, and he's like, "I apologize for like talking. Like the only thing I'm gonna talk about now is boxing and my family and stuff." Like it was like hella like it looked hella scripted.
Yeah, it was weird.
And like all the comments were saying like his like they probably have his family hostage, or like there's like a gun behind the camera or something like crazy.
Freaking like CTE kicked it in early for that guy, bruh. Yeah.
That sucks though. Like, why does it take? If that were true, why does it have to get to that point? Like, why can't you just be successful? Why can't you just be a successful person?
What's the point in the first place? Like, why do they do that? Like, why would they do that?
Exactly. Like, why do these people, whoever they are, these higher ups with insane amounts of power, like, is it to control the public, or is it to like literally as an experiment, like the Russian sleep experiment? It was genuinely meant to be like see what sleep deprivation does to people. And then, you know, obviously how that turned out was fucking crazy, and that's real. It's like a proven real thing, and that's almost at the same decade as MK Ultra was like being put to use and like being like I don't know. It's just very interesting how that kind of technology and like train of thought was like seems so ancient because it was so long ago. But now it's like so relevant because it's on social media and stuff. Huh?
Like, did you hear about what happened like recently with like the Boeing whistleblower? How like Boeing, like the airplane company, they like the whistleblower, he worked there as like an engineer, like a mechanic or something for like 10 years, 15 years or something.
I didn't see this.
And he retired. And he like started like coming out saying that like Boeing, like to get like all of their planes done, because like a plane is a huge unit that you have to build and stuff like that. And he's like, to get them all done, like, and why some of these are like certain models are exploding is because like they're just rushing the process and then like using like scraps from like old planes and stuff to finish the job. And like that's why lots of these planes have been like crashing or failing or blowing up or whatever happens to them. And then now like it was like recently, like he just turned up dead. Like he's just dead now.
I have been seeing a lot more like plane related stuff though. Like literally, so my mom's in freaking Paris right now, and the day before she left, like that 11 o'clock news the night before, freaking it had like 3 or 4 separate stories of like planes like mishaps, like a freaking wheel fell off, or like they had to do like an emergency landing. I'm like, this is like perfect for you to watch right now. Like you're like hours away to go fly for like an entire day. Like shoot, that's crazy.
I know. Y'all have probably seen that video, like, this is what puts planes out of service. It's like a small, like, microscopic chip in one of the wings, like, tiny, and it's like, this puts the plane out of service. Like, it's safer than you think.
Like, I wanna believe it, but at the same time, like, are they really, like, taking that time in between every flight to, like, look at all these little details? Like,
There is no way.
Like, it's crazy. Like, maybe some freaking airports are, but not all of them.
Yeah, that's most definitely hella true, bro.
Just ended it.
That'd be devastating.
I don't know why, like, being on the topic of this, like, kind of brought me into the thought of not just, like, tragedy like that or, like, death in general, but also, like, extraterrestrial / paranormal experiences. Like, I'm genuinely curious if either of you have had either of those.
No.
I've like had like some like not like straight like paranormal like stuff happen to me, like a door shuts in my face or something crazy like that, but like I have had like some weird things that are unexplainable. Like I went to, because I actually live really close, like a 5-minute drive from the Winchester house, but like years ago I went to the Winchester house with my family, just like on a trip just for fun, and we did a tour, and we were the last tour of the day. Like there was no other tours that day, and it was like a typical like gloomy, rainy, like cold day. Like it was just like a creepy day, so it made the house even more creepy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And did the tour, and there's no, like, guaranteed there's nobody behind us, and it was raining. So that's like the backstory. So like there's the seance room had like a big like window type of thing on the ceiling that could open, and that was like their way of like when they were communicating the spheres, they would like go into the sky or whatever. And there's like a window in that room that goes to like some weird staircase. Like the house is hella weird, and we're on that staircase, and then I look over, and then I like notice that window is open, and it's like swinging, like something, it just opened, and it just like it's been open. And it was raining, so no worker or anything would have opened that up because the water was getting in. And like, I told my mom, I was like, that's not normal, right? And she goes, no. And she told the worker, and the worker's like, oh, well, that's really weird, and like whatever. And she had like use her walkie-talkie or whatever and talk to people and stuff. And like that was just like something weird, like because it was like nobody would have done that. And it's obviously a known haunted place, so like that's one thing that I believe that actually happened, you know.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That's kind of like the same with me. Like, I guess the only encounter, I've never really had an encounter, but like, I've already told you guys, like, off and on, like, the podcast, like, when I went to, what's his name? Zach, it's...
Baggins.
I guess it's pronounced Bagans. Zach
You did
Bagans.
talk about it in, like, 4 or 5, I think, episode 4 or 5.
Yeah, but, like, I was basically, like, so, before that, though, we did do this ghost tour in some really old town. I went to Washington, D.C., and it was pretty cool. Like, I enjoyed it a lot.
Fuck. Are you serious? You did that shit?
Yeah.
In D.C.?
The whole class, yeah.
What?
When I went, the school trip.
I've seen that on Instagram before.
It probably wasn't the same one.
It wasn't?
It probably was, and I doubt it, but it could have been.
It was like a mini town, kind of. That was like...
Yeah, it was like an old town, an old, nice, freaking northeastern, freaking, like, Plymouth type town. I don't know, like, almost like a town you'd find in, like, Massachusetts, like a Salem type of town, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get. But, like, I remember doing, we ended the tour at a graveyard, and, like, I swear, like, I could just be tripping on some major sack, but, like, my boy Zach, he took a picture, like, to church, and like in the bottom left-hand corner, there's like a window, and like I swear, like you could see like an outline of like a head, like of like a girl, but like we could have just been like tripping, like just been like really scared, like oh shoot.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if that picture still exists.
It probably does. I'll have to ask my boy Zach. But like they said, like oh if you don't touch the railing on the way out, the spirit could follow you home. We've had people been followed and home and stuff. And of course, our boy Richie didn't touch it, and like everyone just like shit talking him. We're like, "What the fuck, Richie?" But he's chilling now. But when I was in Zach, like I was like, because we didn't have anything to do for the day in Vegas. We were going to see Seinfeld that night, and we're like, "What can we do in the daytime just to like make up time?" Like, we could go to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum, and we're like, "All right, bro." And like my mom was like, "I can't believe you're making me do this." I'm like, I was hella excited, and like the night before, I just like got this bad feeling in my stomach. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be so scary and bad.
You're like, what am I doing?
Yeah, and beforehand, I almost told my mom, I'm like, we don't have to go. It's all right. Like,
Damn.
and she's like, nah, I already bought the tickets. We're going. I'm like, so the freaking just like we just changed sides. Like, you want to go now? Okay, whatever. So we go, and dude, I was like, we walk in the first room, and like I remember the smell with my like it was a good smell, like his museum, I guess, and like. That's one thing I'm always gonna associate, like that type of smell. But there were things in there that I saw, and I'm like I don't really believe in paranormal activity, but I'm not cemented in that. Like I still get creeped out by certain stuff. I'm like, that could be real as hell.
Yep.
And there was this one room that I refused to go into because I'm like, that's just like too like I'm not going in there. Like you can't. Like, I don't care what you're gonna take. Like, it was some like Jewish box that was like contained.
Oh, the Dybbuk box.
Yeah, the Dybbuk box that contained some like one of like considered like the most demonic things inside of it. And like it's like that's the room that Post Malone went into when he got all freaking freaked out. And like some like him and Zach just like they had to walk out of the museum. I didn't decide to walk in there, but I saw the Dybbuk box and I'm like, holy moly! I'm like, hell no.
You can just like feel the bad vibes from it, like
yeah.
Because the big box is like supposed to be like a box where like the Jewish like priests or whatever will like catch a demon and like keep the demon in the box, like lock it in there forever so it doesn't get out and like harm people or whatever. And like if you open a Dybbuk box, it's basically just letting the demon like out and do whatever it wants. So like, and they opened the box, I'm pretty sure, like with alone and like. It's crazy.
Are you allowed to? Like,
well, it was Zach. No, hell no. Like
no,
they
keep it like
in a glass box. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like
it's like
the amount of videos throughout the tour of it was like a 3-hour tour. It was a long ass tour, but the amount of people on that like it showed camera footage. People of just passing out or doing all like these weird things, so unexplainable. And like the Dybbuk box, it showed someone touch the glass and it's freaking like. Fell to the floor and like fainted. I'm like, hold like.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
What?
And like, what's the Conjuring or whatever? They have the or like there's like some like rocking chair in that movie. They have the original one that is like the movie based off of
way
in there, and they have actual audio footage of like a demonologist talking to a demon, like doing a exorcist, and like it was a little boy or girl who was talking, but like the voice sounded like a black guy on steroids, like absolutely ripped.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I'm like, I don't know. It's just unexplainable, like for me, I guess, because I've never had an experience, but at the same time, I mess with it.
Like you mentioning a ghost tour reminded me, like I actually do have like a weird experience going on a ghost tour. I was in New Orleans, and we did like one of those like New Orleans ghost tours where you go all around like the French Quarter and all these historic homes and all that stuff, and walk by a couple cemeteries. It was a nighttime tour too, so like the streets weren't too busy. I mean, it was a summer day, but like the only street in New Orleans that's busy like at night is Bourbon Street.
Bourbon, yep.
And every other street is like pretty chill. Like it's all these like really cool like old homes and stuff like that. But we were on this like ghost tour, and it wasn't too many of us. It was me, my parents, my sister. And then my sister's friend and her two parents, and then like maybe 2 other groups of people. So it wasn't a huge group. And I was standing at the back of the crowd when we stopped in front of this mansion called the LaLaurie Mansion, and it's like a mansion where she like kept slaves in like a secret like chamber or whatever, and she would like literally abuse them until they died and stuff like that. Like she would like cut their skin off and all that, and like crazy stuff like that. And while we were talking about it, I literally saw nobody was walking either way on the street, and we weren't by a corner. Like we were like kind of in the middle of the block, so like if someone were to walk by, you would know.
Yeah.
And I was in the back of the line, and I had my backpack on, and I was just listening. and I literally just feel someone just touch my shoulder, like tap my shoulder, like, and I thought like my dad messes with me like that all the time, and like I literally just felt like 3 taps on my shoulder, and I literally turned around like laughing. I was like, Dad, stop, because I thought he was trying to scare me, and then I realized my dad's like 5 feet in front of me and to my right, and when I turn around, there's nobody behind me, and nobody to my right or my left, and then I like look and like there's literally no one walking down the street. And I was like, nah, dude, like that's so scary. Like I was like freaked out for the rest of the tour, but it was like pretty cool. It was like a weird experience, but
Hell yeah, that's dope.
But that's like probably the only like closest experience I've had.
I feel like people always talk about experiences and stuff, like especially like workers who work like the ghost tours and stuff. But like, do you think it could just be people's minds like playing the same trick on them that'll like make their body go to the extent of probably like being so scared that they faint? Or like, do you think, like, I wonder if it's like your mind doing it, or if it is actually something doing it. It's a pretty unique topic.
That's actually sorry, I was gonna say it's a really good question to what I was gonna add to this, because you were saying like, is it almost like a placebo kind of, like our minds just fucking with us? I feel like this is similar. Years ago, so my mom's mom died in 2013, so this was a long time ago. This happened like 2014 or 15, I believe. My mom and her best friend went to a medium. Like, it was like a public I don't even know what to say, not like a speech, but it was like a public event, but it was in like a somewhat big room. It had like 75 to 100 people in it, right? And there was just one lady on stage. It was like this paranormal medium, whatever, and you know, it was kind of like in an auditorium, so there was like a line, like concession, this and that, like stuff like before the show, like, you know, it was like an event. And it, you know, she's talking, it gets to this point where she asks everyone in the room, and given there's like 100 people in there, to like, you know, everyone think about a loved one or maybe someone who has passed recently in your life, you know, whoever it may be, think about that person, exert that energy. And out of all of those people in the room, she started describing someone that looked exactly like my grandma, and immediately after like the first 2 words she said, my mom and her best friend looked at each other and like teared up, like, and like just nodded, because like they knew. Obviously, like, another reason I'm such a big Giants fan is because I'm like a 7th generation fan in our family. Like, it's been done. So she was a diehard fan. Like, she just started describing a woman who was wearing a black hat with some orange logo on the front, and she was like short and petite and like had a big smile, like a little frail woman, like blonde, like. And she started describing her husband as well, who passed away like 7 years earlier. It was like, she said there's just a tall man behind her who has a mustache and is like hugging her from the back. And, you know, just describing all this stuff that was like, for sure. And then she was like, is this like catching anyone, like, does this ring a bell? And my mom raised her hand and explained, and she was like, yes, like this and that, like explained how she got into the hospital originally, how she passed away. And just FYI, the reason she went into the hospital originally was because she fell and broke her femur. And then once she was in there, they realized she had like more long-term stuff. And she was saying like, oh yeah, Dawn, she's not saying anything, but she's like, I know you can't see me, Diego. She's like doing this to her leg, like just rubbing her leg like this, and is saying like, good. And like something about like, she's not, like obviously her leg is fine now, like, she's like, doing okay.
And like a joke like that she's trying to say, like, she's like, my leg's good now.
Yeah, exactly. And she said she wants to tell you one last thing, and it's don't forget your lipstick. And my mom was really confused about this, like, okay, don't forget your okay, that's really weird. Whatever. 30 minutes later, stuff ends, you know, event is over. My mom and her friend are walking out in the hallway, and my mom finds her lipstick on the ground outside of the bathroom. She went to the bathroom before the show and must have obviously dropped it. But like, I mean, it's like she was with her the entire time from when she walked in the building. My grandma was with my mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know, crazy. And out of all those people in the room, it's like it landed on my mom. It's just weird.
But it's like cool though, like because
It
like,
was cool.
it's like have you ever seen the movie Tommy Boy?
Mm-mm.
There's this scene where his dad died, and there's a scene where he's out on the lake. And he's like the motor dies or something. He's in a sailboat. He's like, Dad, can you give me some wind? And like he just like gets some wind and like goes sailing. I'm like, dude, that's freaking gangster.
Yep.
But it's kind of exactly like that.
There's these YouTubers called Sam and Colby, and they're like ghost YouTubers or whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
And they did like a series for getting like 10 million subscribers, where they like they stayed a week at the original Conjuring house, and like in that video basically like confirmed that like your loved ones are watching over you at all times, because like there was like these two like kind of mediums, I guess, but like they're a guy and a girl, and when they hold hands, they say it makes like a link or something that like they can communicate to, but they can only communicate with like knocks, like the spirits or whatever. And so like they'll say 2 for yes, 1 for no, or whatever, and then there's Ruby walking around.
As I was sneezing, sorry. But that was they made a reference to that in the movie with the knocking.
Yeah, and so like they said like the knocking is like how they communicate and stuff, and they would like go through the ABCs, and then they would hear a knock on the letter, and it would like spell sentences out and stuff like that. And it was like insane, like just saying like that like they were saying like we're okay, watching over you, like we miss you or whatever. Like it was like basically like what you said, like with like your grandma or you like talking to your mom like through the medium, is like that's what they did. And I think it's like the first or second video, because it's like a 7-part series, because they did like an hour-and-a-half video for each day.
Yeah.
And but if you guys watch that, like that was pretty crazy, because like I don't know how they would like explain the knocking to be perfectly synced, you know, like that. And
Right.
they did it in different locations also, and like they like took the mediums to like a completely different building that they rented out just to like confirm, and they did it like in the middle of a park on like a walkway where there's like no wood or anything, and they were still knocking like on the ground next to them.
No way.
And like you could hear, like they had like microphones and everything, and they're like doing it, and it's like, how would you explain that? And they're like, there's nobody else here with us, and they're like filming their feet while the knocking's happening, and they're not moving their feet, and you hear like on the ground like every time like there's like a like message. Is crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
That is pretty crazy.
That's a very hard topic to grasp, like, you know, just being on the other side.
Yeah.
It's like, I think about that from time to time. I try not to be scared about death, but like, I feel like I'm, you know, trying to like, look at it in a like, a positive sense.
I thought about that yesterday walking back from
Like,
dinner.
you can do whatever you want with your spirit.
Well, I was thinking like, dude, like people ask you the question, what are you gonna be in 5 years? I'm like, dude, I could legit be dead. Like I could literally be driving home and I just die.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just the truth, my boy.
It's possible. But no, that's like crazy though. Like I think like there's like I make jokes with like Marcel all the time where it's like when we die, let's come back as like cats and just like be fat and stuff like that, or like whatever. Because like if you can get reincarnated into an animal, because like I've always wondered like what chooses, like an animal gets consciousness or like you become a human, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like so I always say like if that's how it happens, I want to come back as like a cat and just be like spoiled or some shit, or like
Dude, that's that's so true.
Dude, yeah, Ruby could just be like some like old person. Yeah, dude, that's actually pretty crazy. Like that's just like a whole entire thing you could be talking about. But one thing I want to talk about, something devastating happened to me. So I like Dr. Squatch like to like cleanse my body with. And they had like I thought it was this body wash, and I was using it for like 2-3 months. And yesterday I was cleaning like my closet, which is where I have all like my soaps and stuff, and I read it, and it's like so for reference, every time I use the body soap, I'm like, dude, like this stuff is like disappearing. Like I have to use so like many pumps.
Yeah.
And then I read it, And after using it for like 2 months, it's a body lotion.
2 months? Damn.
So it's just washing off your body, right? Like it doesn't even like soap, like it just slips off.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm like,
I
dude,
feel
this
like-
stuff sucks. I'm like, dude, I'm just like doing this and like I have to get more pumps to like wash other parts of my body, and it's just a lotion. I'm like, bruh, it
No,
was
something
horrible.
like that happened to me like in chemistry class one time, and I would wash my hands because we're doing like a lab and our hands were getting dirty or whatever, and I like went and I was like, I'm gonna go get some hand sanitizer real quick. And like me not even thinking, it's like one of those like hand sanitizers. They're not like it's like a hand soap. And, it's like the ones that have like the fish on them or whatever, like the ones that they have in the doctor's office all the time and stuff. And I went over there and I grabbed like a couple pumps of it, and I'm like using it, and like I'm walking back to my group, and I was like, God, this hand sanitizer fucking sucks. And it's like stretching. And they're like, what hand sanitizer did you use? And I was like, that one. And they're like, you're fucking stupid. Like, that's literally hand soap. It says it on the front of the bottle, and I just like got it, not even thinking.
Your hands are all white.
I was like trying to air it out, too.
That's funny.
That's like something I've been practicing too, as like something we have to do like when you're in a hospital. It's called gel in, gel out. Like anytime, even if you take off your gloves, there's hand sanitizer dispensers in a hospital. If you'll notice like on the inside of the door and on the outside of the door on every single room. You're supposed to take off your gloves, hand sanitizer, leave the room, hand sanitizer, and do your thing. But it's like, I don't know, my hands have been getting so dry because it's just like, even though I wear gloves and like change them all the time in class and whatnot, I either am scrubbing my hands and wrists or scrubbing them with hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it takes like the oils out of your hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes it dry. That sucks.
So with like your EMT course, are you gonna work as an EMT, or are you still trying to do like sports medicine and like something along that field?
So, given that this like is an extensive program, it's like the only thing I'm doing right now. I'm not taking any other classes, but I can't work in the field until, or at least as an EMT, until I pass the class, which entails passing the NREMT, which is the National Registry exam, and then just passing my clinicals and all my skills in class, which is like, I have my ER and my ambulance shifts, and just all my skills tests, which I have one on Friday, and that's like the hands-on shit, that's all pass or fail. So on Friday, even if I miss by 1 point, he says there's no point in coming to class after that if you fail. So it's like, yeah. I think I talked about that last time, but yeah.
Imagine you
So
fail. That'd be horrible.
Dude, shut up. I'm not gonna.
That'd actually be horrible though. Like, next
I
week
know,
you come
because-
back and like Nick has all the time in the world because like.
Shut up. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you're not,
chilling.
yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling.
If anybody were to know anything about like the body and like health and all that, it would be you. Like out of everyone I know.
Hell yeah.
Most definitely.
Things.
Little health, Nick's tips, buddy. Whatever happened to Nick's tips?
He's there.
No, he's not.
He's back here somewhere. He's in the back somewhere.
Dude, you haven't posted in like 8 years.
My son is already 5 too. That's crazy.
You're getting old.
Nice.
Freaking yeah, dude. Yeah, we've been talking for hella long. 69 minutes.
69 minutes is crazy.
Shoot, I guess we'll end it here. But I wanna before we get off, we always do this on the Xbox party. Each of us can do a Trump impression. I don't know, just an impression, because like I think you guys are pretty good at it. We're gonna let Nick go first. He's channeling the inner Trumpage. So
We got a lot of guys.
that's it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of guys. Dude, I think I'm the worst out of all 3 of us.
Dude, yours are crazy.
We'll let
The voice memos.
Diego's gonna get this.
I'm thinking.
All right.
My opponent's gay.
Yo.
God, that guy's really gay.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know if I could compare that to. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go now? I don't.
Yup.
Alright, bro.
You can throw in some Biden if you want.
Some Biden? I'll have to put the glasses on for Biden. I'll do Biden first because I've never tried Biden.
Minnesota.
I don't even know what he sounds like. I don't even know what he sounds like. Alright. What should I say?
What does he call Trump all the time? This guy's a. What does he call him? He calls him a name. Like.
Does he say a dictator or?
I don't know, he's like. Not a punk. He calls him something. He's really fucking funny though. I forgot in their debates he would always use the same word.
Dude, I can't do it. I don't even know how to do a Biden. I just be like. Like, I don't even have to speak.
Shane Gillis's one word impression of Biden.
Or like,
What?
Hush up, boy.
Yeah.
Hush up, boy. Alright, bro, here's my Trump.
What else does Biden say, dude?
Shoot, freaking.
Have you seen like that clip of him when he's like saying something like, he's like,
It's really.
something about America's women or something, and he goes, "You can't take this you're from America's woman, and you can't get the benefit." And everybody's like, ah! Like, nobody like knows what he said.
I can't even think of something he said other than Minnesota. I'm not even kidding. Which was also out of context.
Yeah.
Like, that motherfucker needs to go.
I love the clips of him just eating ice cream while they're asking him. He's eating the chocolate chip.
Dude, that's like the most difficult question he's been asked in his presidency. What flavor ice cream are you eating? Chocolate chip. Fucking gangster. Absolute gangster.
Stupid motherfucker. I don't care, bro. Nah.
Yeah, he is hella stupid though. No cat. Like, do you think Jill still gives him like some good times?
Yeah, but like, there's no way he is not under constant supervision. Like, I mean, obviously, but I mean, like, even when he's in his bedroom, if he even has one, like, like, you think when he's fucking, somebody's gotta like watch his fucking heart rate, like.
Well, what about when freaking what's his name was getting head from that lady under the Oval Office?
Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky.
President Clinton, yeah.
Yeah, Monica Lewinsky.
Bill Clinton, yeah, bro. Like freaking Jill Biden, Dr. Biden.
Dr. Biden.
I bet she lays the pipe heavenly. Well, I don't think she has a penis.
Well, she probably does the piping because he can't do. He probably is the one that lays there and does nothing. He probably does all the work, bro.
Eating like an ice cream sandwich while he's freaking getting reverse doggy. That'd be crazy.
Eating ice cream.
I mean, I don't care what people think about our opinions. Like, it's crazy, genuinely crazy that people are still going to continue to vote for someone that cannot make a single coherent sentence.
He needs to freaking retire, bro. Like,
yeah, but
there's no way he should run again.
It's
Like, just.
He's literally been in office for like almost 50 years, like 47 years or something like that, some crazy like that. But yeah, dude, yeah, he's just become a meme at this point. I don't even think people take him seriously, but there are people that take him seriously, like freaking, like Jimmy Kimmel is an absolute donut. Like
Man.
Ever since he's came up on Epstein's little list, he can't he's got to be stroking that freaking Biden pack because
Really?
he knows for a fact that he was stroking on some little kids pack. No, I'm joking. I don't think Kimmel's a kid toucher. I don't think so. But he
I don't think everyone is either. Genuinely.
Well, yeah, there's people on that list that like don't touch kids.
See, that's the thing. Like, why are these celebrities get so much shit for even just showing up on a list?
Because they are freaking in relation with the guy that touched kids.
I mean,
it's just not a good person to be around. It's not a good list to share your name with.
Situation was just like so outrageous. Like, that's like such an insane, like, you're so rich, you buy an island to just do like these crazy, like, horrible things on the island. Like you have money, like, go do something better. Like, go freaking win a golf tournament or like freaking buy a jet. Like, learn how to freaking fly a jet and like do something crazy because you have all the money in the world.
You see that, like, that weird ass blue that he uses on his island now? Like, a lot of, like, millionaires and shit are, like, painting the roofs of their houses, like, blue, or, like, their houses, like, the Lahaina blue or whatever, and, like, with the whole Hawaii, like, Lahaina fire, how, like, that dark blue color shit didn't burn down for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
And, like, now how, like, millionaires and shit are, like, painting their house, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is pretty class. It's pretty
And all these like rich, famous people are buying bunkers now, like out of nowhere.
Yep.
That's so random.
That was in like February, right? It was like 15 billionaires in the same week, all like built or bought
Yeah.
in bunkers.
Absolutely crazy.
I saw it was like
That's...
it was like all the billionaires in their bunkers when they realized that I concreted their door shut.
That's funny.
Or welded their door shut. Like,
Yep.
That's so funny. But I mean, they probably have like everything in the world underneath in those bunkers to like survive for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be crazy to be in a apocalypse type event. Like, I don't know. I try to make a little doomsday bag in my trunk of my car. I have one of those life straws,
Yeah.
which is hella cool.
Next episode, we're testing it. I'm peeing in a cup and he's drinking out of it.
Okay, either that or something else, but I'll test it out. And I have some like MRE food and like shit.
No, I'm actually gonna start like doing that too. Like, I'm gonna just slowly buy like just anything like in like worst case scenario. I'll just have it. You know, like I'd rather be like safe than sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get like a bunch of like MREs and stuff like that. Like a bunch of medical stuff, like generic like drugs that like won't go bad, like painkillers or
Exactly.
whatever. Like just simple stuff like that, like fire starters, like hella stuff like that.
Even on like a road trip in like
Yeah.
something that's fine, or like camping or anything. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe doomsday will happen before the next time we record, so let's leave it on a positive note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Any last words?
Later.
I got something to show you guys.
Bro!